A topology quick tip: anywhere where you have a 3-point pole on a model, you can get rid of that 3-point pole by reflowing your topology. If you think about it, a 3-point pole is essentially 3 edges dividing one larger polygon into 3 smaller quads. And where this happens, you always have the option to divide this larger polygon into 2 quads rather than 3. Let me show you exactly how. I'm going to disable the subdivision, hit K to initialize the knife tool. Let's cut from here to here. Then I'll select these 2 edges and dissolve them. And now what we have is 2 quads instead of 3. We've got rid of the 3-point pole. We had 2 5-point poles either side, and they've gone. And instead we just have the one 5-point pole right here. And of course, you can also often do the same operation in reverse. If you have a 5-point pole like the one that we have here, and you just want to reflow your topology, just look for the pole that's coming diagonally out of the cross shape and then cut across it like this, from this corner to this corner. Select your diagonal pole and dissolve it. And what's happened here is you no longer have a 5-point pole here. Instead, you replace that with a 5-point pole here, another one here, and a 3-point pole here. But both configurations are valid. It's not that one is better than the other. It simply depends on how you need your topology to flow and where you want to place your poles. And this shape where we have the 3-point poles where 2 loops terminate into what looks a bit like an arrow is a very, very common shape in 7D modeling because it's so useful. For example, if I needed to increase the density of the topology down here, I could just initialize the knife tool, cut from here to here, and come over and cut similar loops on the other side. Let's just apply them, select this edge, dissolve it, and you can see that I've recreated this arrow shape with a 3-point pole, and it flows really nicely. But this being a 3-point pole, our rule still applies, and I can replace these 3 quads with 2. In this case, it would create a 6-point pole up here, but we can always reflow the topology to fix that. Let me show you exactly what I mean. I'll reinitialize the knife tool. Let's cut from this vert to this vert. Apply that, dissolve these 2 edges, and we've replaced 3 quads with 2. But as I mentioned, we now have a 6-point pole up here. So what we need to do is to select these edges and spin them. And that's just reflowed the topology in a different way. So there are no right or wrong answers, but what you do always have is options. So just remember, wherever you have a 3-point pole like this, you can slice it up to replace the 3 quads with 2. And if you found this tip useful, you might enjoy my Topology Fundamentals for Blender course, which goes into topology management in much greater depth. There's a link to it in the description, and thank you very much for watching.